This is a quick starter guide for the RG36 gaming console. So this is a really cool little device with 15,000 games on it, and it's made by the brand Datafrog. And I found it very hard to figure out how to use this device to begin with because I was a newbie to this kind of emulation device, and it's cool. It's actually incredibly sweet. So I wanted to make this quick guide just to go over some of the basics that I did not know, and I couldn't find any documentation on when I first got it. I had to learn myself, so I'm hoping to pass this information on to you guys. So first of all, the device itself is pretty simple. It's got a power on button and it's got a reset button underneath. Now you can hold down the power button to switch it off, but you should not. And you can also go into the advanced settings and you can switch the power button to be an actual power off. So when you press it, it actually powers down. Otherwise it goes into a sleep mode. Now the battery is incredibly efficient, so for the most part you might never need to change that setting and just leave it as is, but know that you should not hold down the power button to switch it off. That is not a proper way to switch this off. And going into the settings and changing it to a tap to switch off will save you a bit of battery power, but it will take a slightly longer time to boot up, and you do have to hold the power button for about 1 second to switch it back on once that setting has been flipped. Something that also confused me was the RGB on the thumbsticks. I could not in the life of me figure out how to switch them off in the settings until I realized there's a button on the back to switch the RGB off or cycle the different colors. So that was a big surprise because they're not actually software controlled. They're literally just a switch on the back for that. And then something I didn't know was how to get out of a game once you were into it to go back to the main menu. I was using the actual restart button to reboot the system to get back to the main menu. So what you actually do is press both thumbsticks in, and then this will bring up an overlay that allows you to then quit the game. You can also do cheats and other things here as well. And then there's a very important thing for charging this device. It will not charge off a fast charger. You want to be using a low power USB plug, just something very basic, and this will charge fine. And then do not charge it overnight because this thing doesn't have proper power management. That means that it's a very dumb battery, which means you plug it in, you charge it. Once it's fully charged, you unplug it. That's how you do it. You don't leave it charging constantly for a very long time because that will cause the battery to degrade faster. It will not explode or anything like that, so don't worry about that, but you don't want to be degrading the battery. And then this thing comes with 2 SD card slots. One is full with the operating system and the ROMs that it comes with, and the other SD slot, you can plug more games in there if you want to. I've also read a lot of feedback that the memory cards used by Datafrog are unbranded and will die. It's not a matter of if they'll die, they will die. So if you want, you can go and buy yourself a more reliable memory card and then put the operating system and the ROMs on it. And I'm not going to tell you how to do that in this video because that's out of my scope for this. This is just a quick guide on some of the basics I've learnt. And I do not know how to go about getting a new operating system and installing it and all the ROMs and stuff like that. You'll have to go for a more advanced video somewhere else. But certainly, this is a cool little gaming console, and I think, well, basically, I think my brother's going to have a ton of fun with this because I'm going to give it to him because I think it's really freaking cool. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll catch you next time.